Hello, this is Lady Calamere, and I welcome you to my channel. I am doing my 283rd presentation, and it will be on the god Rod. He is a primordial god, and he was before the other gods, before. Oh, hello, Mew Mew. Sir Mew Mew is here. Sir Mew Mew wants to say that he approves of this presentation and approves of all the viewers and says hello. Right? Wait. That's not Sir Mew Mew. That's Loki. Ah, ah. Wow, don't I feel dumb? Okay, it's Loki. Well, Loki says hello, and Sir Mew Mew loves you all anyways. I just didn't get to see him in this light. Oh, Loki's gotten so big. So, wow. Rod is fascinating. He is before Svarog, before Mokosh, before Perun, the ancient primordial. Rod, of course, not a whole lot has been saved about him from the Christianity. Let's just put the blame where the blame belongs, on Christianity. And a lot has been lost. I'm sure there are those who have preserved him in oral traditions, and this is why I'm so glad so much is being written, or at least more is being written about him, because oral traditions are great until you lose the oral traditions, until an invader comes in, until you lose your culture, your nationality, your religion. So, or until you lose your freedoms, and then it's not preserved. So, yay, internet. So if you see something you like, you might as well just save it from the internet or print it out, so you'll always have it, just in case it's scrubbed. Well, once on the internet, it's always on the internet. You know the old saying. But anyways, Rod. It's the supreme god. The god of gods among the Slavic. And later on he takes a back seat. He allows Svarog to, Svarog then, allowed, or Svarog shines out, he steps back and Svarog outshines him, and then Svarog steps back and Perun outshines him. You know how it goes. So, again, there are Eastern, Western, and Southern Slavs. They were different tribes, so different tribes, different beliefs. So Rod also deals with the Rosinitsi. Am I saying it right? Rosinitsi. Hope I'm saying it right. Trying to get the accent a little bit. Hope I did. And these are usually seen as three goddesses. Three women and then some people are going to associate with Maiden Mother Crone. But they are the goddesses of fate, luck, fortune, dealing with fate, dealing with fortune, dealing with luck, and also dealing with the childbirth. So, and why I bring this up, because Rod also deals with some of these things as well. And he was involved with ceremonies, especially during the birth of a child, and different seasonal festivals. But again, his cult weakens as time goes on, and it's picked up by gods like Sorvolg and Perun, like I said before. Rod, the contemporary traditions survives into modern day, even Christmas celebrations, as which is coming up soon, Christmas, but I celebrate Yuletide and winter solstice and Easter, which Osteroth for me. So, Christmas and Easter. So here is a statue, and I got this. This came from Belarus. You can find it on Amazon. These are around, I guess, $35 a piece. But where else am I going to get an image like this? So, yeah, he's small, but it's worth it. Now, a Rod's association, and he deals with solar aspect of the god, as well as, I'm not saying he is the sun god, and I talked about Dajbog and maybe a little bit on Kor, but I didn't do a presentation on Kor yet, but I did one on Dajbog, who is the sun. And Rod can grant prosperity, fortune, abundance, wealth, money, money, money. He deals with the family and the tribe. He deals with the community nowadays, or community, the neighborhood, or the whole family unit, whether you're living together or not. Rod is going to deal with power and protection. Rod deals with the fertility of humans, animals, and also the land. And remember, this is not Highlander, where there can only be one god of this and one goddess of that. You gotta understand, things overlap. You can't pigeonhole the gods and goddesses. It doesn't work that way. It's not clean and neat. So Rod is like who basically self-formed, or in some stories even comes from a golden egg, and from that, because of that, like the great bang, big bang, and everything from him, of course, comes Volg, and then creation, and it's a little bit different depending on which tribe of Slavs you're talking about, the Slavic people. But his origins and Rod just remains elusive today. He is the primordial forces of nature. He is the primordial forces of life and the primordial forces of dealing with death. I'm not saying he's a death god. It's just the forces, the primordial, and he deals with the eternal spirits of my ancestors, your ancestors, everyone's ancestors. So he is going to be dealing with all these cycles and the energy of all that is living, the blade of grass, the leaf on a tree, the stick the branches that are connected to the tree. He deals with all life, ants, mice, cats, just everything and living, just in just general living. He is the he's like the cosmic pillar. He's like the primordial powers of order and balance within, of course, this cosmological framework. Oh, no, Loki, stop. Okay, let's go get you a toy. Apparently, you gotta start nipping me. I'll be right back. And by the way, Loki, that hurts when you bite. Here you go. You didn't bite me yet, but you were giving me that nip action, like, play with me or else, right? Now, you better not break my statue. That came all the way from Belarus. I had to wait for almost like almost a month. Close to it to get here. Because I had to go through customs and shit. So, he's also called not only Rod, R-O-D, but Bog, B-O-G, B-O-G. Which basically means God. Bog means God. He's called Prabog. P-R-A-B-O-G. He is the ultimate creator and the ultimate giver of life, right? He is not just a god, but the essence of creation himself. It's like, he's like, Rod seems to be nowhere but everywhere. Nowhere but everywhere, like the circle and the dot in the middle. Like Hadith and Nuit. If you know anything about the Lima, you know what I'm talking about. It is said that he gave souls to people. He imbued this world, this universe, with the spirit of energy and life. You're biting off Rod's head, Loki. Look at this, agent of chaos already at work. Loki, that's his head. Jeez, Loki, you are so chaotic. You just want chaos and mischief. Stop. Come on, man. So he's biting the head. So, oh my God. Please, he deals with day and the light, and night and the dark, light and darkness, darkness and light, the balance. And I'm not going to say of good and evil, just of two energies, the positive and negative. And the negative is not always bad, and positive is not only good. Okay, if you get tested for HIV and you become positive for it, is that good? If you tested positive for cancer, is that good? I'd rather be tested negative, right? Right. So, anyways, just a perspective of positive and negative, being positive also the male and negative also the female, and positive charge and the negative charge. So, Rod, an ethereal deity, predating all, embodying, just being part of, and of. Oh my God. Come on, man, I don't have a script, Loki. He drew me off. He drew me off, everyone. So he embodies the very essence of all things. The universe, multiverse. He's very vast, so you really can't confine him. So if you look at the cosmic egg where he breaks out of, that is an extreme important symbol in Slavic thought, their culture, their stories, mythology, spirituality, and from this egg, we have everything that emerged through the will of Rod. The will of Rod is God. Come on! No, no, Loki, look, we'll play. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Everyone wants to say hello to their favorite star. Loki, leave Lady Boss alone, I swear. I can't have any peace. So, Rod's symbol is definitely the golden egg. And you can paint eggs different colors and offer it to Rod. So he is the power, he is the force, he is the energy, he is the will, he is the progenitor of all, right? Rod has a sacred animal, and that is the falcon. The falcon is one of his sacred animals. And it is said that he also turned himself into a falcon through some of the stories, where he can observe everything, as his dominion is in the heavens, the skies above, and where he can guide all those below and underneath where he is. So, yes, we have Perun, the god of thunder. We have Svalbard, the god of the winds, and we have the rain and of the rains. But also, Rod also dealt with this as well. Rod also had this as well. So, his elements, fire, but then also water. So he was also seen at that time dealing with rain, lightning, thunder, and all that again. And eventually, Perun takes over things, and so, and what I've read and studied is that archaeologists have actually discovered sculptures of Rod and the Razanitska in family homes. So we see that Rod is a home, is a god of the family, the home, totalitarian. So he was the household deity. And also the motifs of the tree of life also represent him, where the roots go down into the deep of the earth and the branches extend up into the sky. So the tree of life, the great tree, and that symbolized the connection of the earth with the underworld and the heavens above, which is also interesting. So Rod resides in Swarzi, Swarzi, which is the highest of the heavens. Which actually, but he also deals with the very air of life, the very power of life. So could his element also be air? Maybe, but definitely water and fire. Well, fire and water. And his influence stretched from the other heavens, the earth, as well as the underworld, which is also Prav, on the Yav and Nav, the highest to the lowest. So, before the planets, before the stars, before the moons and the asteroids, Rod existed. He is the divine architect. He is the divine architect. Hey! Hey! Loki, leave her alone, please. I'll be right back. And I got the divine shitstorm heading my way right now. Loki. Come on, Loki. Come on. You want some treats? You got it. Whew. So I got some time to get Loki high on Elite Hemp Products CBD treats for cats. See? For kitties. If you want your treat, you better come here, Loki. So, he's the divine architect, as I was. And so also the falcon, especially the white falcon, is Rod's. Rod appeared as a white falcon flying over the top of the world tree, flying from the cosmic egg on top of the world tree. He fills everything with his divine presence and his divine will. Rod was in pagan times worshipped near rivers and open areas, like open fields, by bodies of water and like little springs, and the natural settings was his temple, his church. So today we can honor Rod to this day in modern times, whether in our homes or out in our gardens or in groves or in the forest. Come on, Loki. Look, I'm sorry the attention is not on you, Loki, but come on in. Loki, come on, leave her alone. If you want a treat, you come down here. You'll leave her alone. Or you don't get a treat. So, sacrifices of animals, even cattle, were offerings to him that believed that they would get his attention and secure his favor and get boons from Rod. Then, like I said, eventually Perun becomes the main man, the main pagan god, and then while, before Christianity spread like wildfire throughout the land. So things that we can give to Rod. What would we give to such a primordial god? That's a good question. A primordial god. The light from the darkness, from nothing. Or kind of nothingness, I guess. Something as humble as bread. It could be baked bread from the store or your rustic bread, grains, today's cereal, oatmeal. I mean, even cereal bars are good. Those protein bars or the energy bars. Milk. Cow's milk. I guess goat's milk. Why not? Milk. And I kid you not, human breast milk. Milk. Eggs. Whether they're brown eggs, white eggs, or even colored eggs, or something that you decorate it or put, detail in it. Eggs. You can think about hard-boiled eggs, soft-boiled eggs. Honey. So think of honey cakes, honeycombs, honey. It could be processed honey or raw honey, manuka honey, don't matter. Honey. I mean, honey has different grades and values, but honey. Honey candies. Today we have candies. We have sweets we can give him. We can give him things from the field, from agriculture, from our garden. So we can give him modern day corn. I mean, that comes from the Americas, but we can give him corn. It's not a traditional thing, but wheat, barley. What did you just eat? Oh, you ate a treat. Barley and grains, fruits, mead, wine, a nice good vodka, right? Vodka. Or we can give him juice. Store-bought juice, or you can get your juicer and make him juice. Make him something sweet. Hey, Loki! I gotta stop this. Stop beating up your sister. Loki. Come on. Leave her alone. She doesn't like you. Come on. Yeah, you're being a brat. Now come on. Sorry about that. But Loki was a good boy he's acting like this. Is Rod approachable? He's a primordial, but yeah. So, burning of a oak log. The oak log. Known as Badnyak. Badnyak. I hope I'm saying it right. Badnyak. Badnyak. On the eve of Christmas, which actually the solstice. The oak, which became celebrated as Christ and God, was actually dedicated to the supreme God Rod. And it became a symbol of renewal from the darkest time of the year, which is the winter solstice. That new light will be born. The rebirth of the solar energies, the sun. That even though we are in the darkest night of the year, the sun will be reborn. And the fire from the log that cracked from the cracking like was the power of Rod, and the flames was also a powerful reminder that light will come again. New life will come again from the depths of darkness and cold, because it got real cold there. Anywhere in the Slavic area got real cold. Okay, not like it is in any part of Florida. So even in northern Florida, it doesn't get as cold as anywhere as it does there. So, but it can get cold here. It can. So even in northern Florida, cold, cold. Which right now is cold. I don't have my AC on. I don't need it. I got natural AC right now. Until I close my window and put on the AC tonight, because I get hot flashes. I'm old. I'm 53. What the hell? Of course I'm going through menopause. So, anyways, this spoke of renewal. And a reminder, life will rise again. Also, some more to your offerings. Go back to your offerings. Another thing that's offered to Rod is cheese. Now, that was a cottage cheese. But we have all different types of cheese we can offer. And we can offer him cottage cheese or any cheese. I don't know. Take your pick. Cheddar cheese, Monterey cheese, whatever. Cheese. We don't have to sacrifice animals in this day and age of want. I don't do it. But you can offer him meat, beef, meat. So chocolate, you can't go wrong with goodies. You know, white chocolate, black chocolate, dark chocolate, I should say, not black. White chocolate, dark chocolate, or extremely dark chocolate, or milk chocolate, all good. So, festivals. September 9th. And the solstice. It was originally when the solstice is. But now it became December 25th for Christmas because it's been changed. And, but during the solstice, during Yule, this guy. And there were lots, and the festivals were done with mirth and celebrations and lots of food, a whole smorgasbord of food and drink. And a Thanksgiving to Rod, and for all the things that he has done. So, feel free to celebrate his name and the gods on Yule tide, the winter solstice. Give gifts to your loved ones. Give gifts to charity and give gifts to Rod. And remember him. You can even wrap it up for him and then open it for him. Or just give it to him and say, here, it is for you. I'm carrying over this tradition that we do, that people do on Christmas to you. Because you were before Christmas. You were before the Christians and the Christian Christ. We can celebrate with the tree and say this is the tree of life that symbolizes Rod. And we can decorate it in his honor. We pagans are used to hiding. I know when I started in 1983. When I was 12 years old. And I know what it was like to hide and be in a broom closet. But we can celebrate his divine mysteries with what we do in modern days. Deck the hall with boughs of holly. Rod, 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 rod is the great God. So we could do something like that. I know it's kind of stupid, right? I maybe not. Deck the house with boughs of Dempsey boughs. The house with boughs of holly. Rod, 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 rod. The great supreme God. I said Rod before. Rod. Sorry. Yeah, I think I got Loki on my brain right here because Loki. I'm still swinging this toy. Trying to get him to stop being a bad little boy, right? Why do they have to act up? They just want attention. So he's like a celestial god too, pretty much a primordial, celestial, divine architect, divine creator. So Rod has also meant like the family and king. So it where they borrowed the name, dealing with the king and the family. Honoring our ancestors in the name of Rod. For our ancestors, you know, are with us and they serve as guides of the family, the clans, the tribe, and the protectors as well. And we would not be here if not for our ancestors. So celebrating our ancestors and where we come from in the name of Rod. They have pride in ourselves and others, in our family. Well, if we can, but at least of who we are, even if you come from a shit family. And Easter, we can decorate eggs and remember about the divine, the great golden egg that he came from, and decorate the eggs in the name of Ra. The decorated eggs were also placed on the graves of family members that have gone past and our ancestors, from our grandparents, our great grandparents, and our great great grandparents, and anyone, our parents or our children who have died, to place these eggs. Rod, as well as the three goddesses, Razanitsi. You're not doing this, Joker. You're not going after Charlie. He's sitting there not bothering anyone. So the Razanitsi, what I was going to say, and Rod had a profound power and impact of the continuation of the clan, the tribe, the now the nation and countries and the world. So him and these three goddesses brought fortune, prosperity, and even protection. Making magic and miraculous things happen. So Rod was also prayed to have healthy children, a safe pregnancy, we want healthy children, we want smart children, we want kind children, we want children that display empathy and compassion and love. right? Power. Not not to subjugate the whole world, but to have power over themselves and the power to make a difference in this world. A good difference, not a bad difference. To evolve. We want, so he's dealing with evolution. The children, the evolution, the growth. We should not be devolving, we should be evolving. So celebrate, when the birth of a child or a grandchild or your niece or nephew is a time to celebrate the three goddesses and Rod. This is the only image I have of him. So he also deals with now modern spring and autumn, and we can do this by food and having a family reunion, or at least uniting our friends that come over, or what we consider family, what we consider our soul family, and honor Rod that way. He can give us, we can contact Rod through divination. We can ask him to help us with our oracle cards, or divinate our pendulum and our tarot. We can help us to open up to the universal powers to do psychic readings. Rod is like I said, he can be used to guard our household. I invite Rod in my home. I invite Rod in my heart. I invite Rod in my car. I invite Rod where I go. I invite Rod in my life. You're not doing it, Joker! The fuck is wrong with you and your brother today? I didn't mean to bump you in the eye. Come here, let me see. I'm trying to stop you. Let me see. You're okay. Get over here. Joker, stop. So we can celebrate Easter, not as Easter, but the Razanitsi and Rod on these days. Now, Rod also dealt with fatherhood. Of course, the masculine force. So he deals with the dad, the father. Civilization and civility and order, justice. He deals with shaping of our bonds with our friends, our family, or communal bonds. He deals with the communication between us, our co-workers that we have to be with, and whatever. Maybe you're in a band, like a cool band like Slayer, and you have to deal with the other bandmates. So that Rod can help with that. So, like I said, his influence eventually wanes. Still not forgotten, though, by Peru. Swalwalked in Peru. and then, of course, Christianity. So eventually he loses his prominence and is overshadowed. And his beliefs and rituals are now overshadowed by the Christian faith. Hide the eggs! Jesus is coming! You ever heard that meme because of Easter? Yeah, you gotta think about that. That was never part of Christianity. That was paganism from different areas of the world. Hide the eggs! Jesus is coming! So, what else can I talk about Rod? Because, again, Rod is the primordial force. He is the force. Luke, concentrate on the force. He is the force. Like when you see the Jedi movies, he would be that energy. He is the force behind all things. He could be used by the Jedi or the Sith. For good or bad. For order or submission. So I'm a Star Wars fan and I'm a metal fan. What can I say? So what else can I say about this? What else? I'm trying to think. Wow, we talked about 45 minutes. It doesn't seem that way. I thought it was only talk about 15 minutes. Jeez, how did time fly? Wow. He is the God. Okay, so when the continuous cycle of the sun, the rise and the setting of the sun, which is really our Earth's rotation around the sun, but was also linked to the rejuvenation properties of Rod's godly influence. And we can offer song and dance and food and merrymaking to Rod for these things. As Rod deals with cycles too. The cycle of the setting and rising of the moon, the setting and rising of the sun, the cycle of the seasons, the cycle of life, preservation, death, and rebirth, creation, nurturing, and destruction, all of it as cycles. He extends even to enlightenment of the mind, of knowledge, but also spiritual enlightenment, the inner enlightenment and the outer enlightenment, the spiritual illumination to connect with all things, with the all. Hail Ra, the God of the all, the enormous power that's all around us in the flow of the air, the flow of water, the strike of a lightning bolt, the breeze of the wind. We can see the power of Rod in all those things. And yes, above all is the wind and dealing with storms and the initiator of storms and the ending of storms and Perun. We all, and the lightning and thunder, where Perun literally means thunder. When they say Perun in Poland, it means thunder, lightning. It deals with thunderstorms. So the names really haven't been lost, now have they? He is the God who will, Rod is the God who's going to enlighten our consciousness. He is a guide. He can guide us and teach us inner wisdom and outer knowledge to be a self-realized person, to realize There is no part of me that is not of the gods, and that's from Crowley. There is no part of me that is not of the gods and goddesses. Rod just is. He just is. Has and will always be. So, Rod can help us deal with change. And if we don't deal with change, we're going to be static. So he's going to help us to go with the flow. Even during migrations and upheavals and tumultuous things, he's going to guide us if we ask. He also deals with intercultural exchanges and beliefs. To share and share alike. To communicate. To basically exchanging ideas. That deals with Rod's influence too. That deals with the Rod's influence. So he's going to help us with connections. Anyway, so we can see that this different characteristics in other Slavic deities also dealing with Rod. What I mean is there are characteristics in these other gods that also have taken on Rod's some of his qualities. So, like when I was talking about Svarog, he is the god of the heavenly fire, the celestial fire, the primordial fire, and he's the divine smith, right? And he was compared with Rod, or Rod, and he deals with, same thing with Svarog, deals with the family, the home, preservation of the tribe, the clan, the family, the lineage, the family tree, and the transformative power. This was also with Rod. This is also with Rod. He dealt with some of these things, and like even there's comparisons and with Velas. I love Velas. Velas is awesome. I have an image of Velas, and I did a presentation on him. So yeah. So things that we see Rod holding. Like here, I have an image of him holding flowers. Or actually, this is a tree of life. But he's also seen holding flowers, or like a tree like this. Sometimes a wheel. And I believe even a fish. But this is the one I got. And when you look at it, these flowers are actually the blooming trees of life. So flowers are also, go back to your offerings, are also a good offering, as well as a tree, like a bonsai tree. You can put a bonsai tree, even though it's Japanese, you can put a bonsai tree next to Rod and dedicate it to Rod. Plant a tree in a forest or in your garden. And you can dedicate that tree to Rod. You can sit under a tree and ask for Rod's blessing. It doesn't matter if it's an oak tree is great because oak is also a tree that he deals with, but it could be pine, it could be oak, it could be an apple tree, it could be, I don't know, palm tree. So just think about that. A tree. A tree with flowers, a tree with just leaves, a tree with pines, a tree with fruit. Don't matter. In these modern times, this is what we have. So we can use Rod to reconnect with our ancestors, to connect with our spirits that are around us, and to connect with our heritage. It don't matter where you're from, Africa, Asia, the Americas, Europe, it doesn't matter. He can help us connect. Doesn't matter if you're Chinese, Brazilian, Irish, it don't matter. He can help us connect and reclaim ourselves. He helps us reclaiming. He can help us in reclaiming rituals and empowerment rituals. So when we felt like we gave our power to someone, we can call Rod to call it back, or to reclaim ourselves and to preserve our knowledge and to pass it on to future generations deals with this God. And I did not think I was going to do it this long. But hey, I'm just going with the flow, right, Rod? So yes, he is elusive. And wow, I'm finally glad to have it. And this is absolutely beautiful, as you can see. The symbols of Rod. And that's his name. And of course it was made in Belarus. So what else do I want to speak about? Because I've been going on for 58 minutes. Wow, I'm back to doing long ones. Excuse me. So what else do I want to talk about him? He is he's how he can also connect us with the web of nature. Of course, I think I'm kind of repeating myself, but that's how I teach, that's how I learn. So deal with me, deal with me, deal with me. So the web of all, you know? Even the internet's a web. The World Wide Web. So, what else can I talk about? I don't know. I think I pretty much went on about Rod. And Rod tells you, know who you are. Remember in the Lion King, remember who you are. Mufasa says to Simba, remember the web of life, and he looked up and the stars, and every time a lion, I think it was every time a lion died, or they became a star, and to, not saying that when someone dies they become a star, but it's just to look up and remember. And when you're looking up in the sky, you're seeing the past. You're seeing the ghosts of what was, because the light that it takes to get here from the sun, I think it's about 8.5 minutes. Then the light, and then it takes about 8.5 minutes or so, or 8 minutes to, what is it, 8 minutes to get to the Earth. But if when you look at different stars, you're looking into the past, because that's it. If a star took a million light years to get here, then you're seeing into the past. So that's the glory of Rod. The past, the present, the future, and all that is and will be. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me this long and listening to me and dealing with the cuckoo-ness of the Joker and Loki, and being mean to Charlie or Barley and being mean to Lady Boss. But if you like my videos, please like and subscribe, because it lets me know I'm doing a good job. And congratulations to Bloodywood! Yay! They're coming out with their album New Delhi, the second album. And congratulations to Body Count, Ice-T, the frontman of Body Count, and their new album Merciless. And congratulations to the new album by Chained Saint. Congratulations to their album. Yay! Metal! So, if you like my video, please send me good energy. Send my cats good energy. Send energy of love and happiness and prosperity and good luck. And wish me lots of money. You don't have to give me money. I'm not asking for your money. I don't have a Patreon account yet. But wish me money. And also save that money that you were going to give to me for yourself, to buy yourself a gift this winter solstice, or to buy your friend a gift. Or if you're not into that, then in the spirit of giving, buy a gift basket for a shelter, for animal shelter, for humans, or for the homeless, or those who are needy. Build a gift basket and do it in the name of Rod. You could put things together, or put things together in a bag, and just, whether it's canned food, dry goods. And yes, there are food shelters that accept fresh food, apples, oranges, even meat that you can freeze. They'll freeze it for you. There are shelters that there are food banks that actually give out fresh milk, and even organic milk. And they freeze it. Sometimes they usually freeze it so it stays good, so it doesn't go bad. But you can do that. You can give milk, unopened food items. How about toys? How about toys to needy children? Think about them. How about toys for children who have no home? How about toys for, children who hardly have anything? You can give lightly used clothes, or buy new clothes and give it to a food bank, or to places that, not food bank, but places that will distribute clothing, sneakers, shoes, socks, underwear. You can all do this in the spirit of giving for Rod. Thank you so much for being here. Love to you and happiness. Thank you so much. And as always, blessed be.